Kris is many things. A good cook, a hard worker, a true friend, a very humorous chap, a superstar DJ. A loving father and now an adoring husband. I've shared a lot of fun-filled experience with Kris. One memorable one was when we went to Magaluf for 2 weeks. When we were 18.
Oh dear, it's the only day I can get remember it.
Where we had our first taste of independence and freedom. We had a long list of things we wanted to do. One being going to a film party. It's not actually that bad. So we went to the film party anyway and danced a wee socks off. So after we got back, we were sitting in the balcony having a beer, and I think the lads hadn't got back, so we couldn't get in the apartment. And so Kris sitting there with his legs crossed, he's looking at his socks, his white socks. He's like, "Kris, your socks are all blue, mate." And he was like, so he took off his socks, or took off his shoes, and then his socks after, obviously, and then to reveal these blue feet. It was only the 4th day into the holiday, so we had the duration of the holiday with these big blue feet. It was very funny, like, it was very funny. But it was a good year. And but actually, a proper story about Kris and Louise was when remember that time.
On time?
The on time? No, when my mum just moved into her house, and me and you were stripping the wallpaper, and we were standing talking, and we just picked Kris up from your house. He just moved in. He still had his clothes in the car because he hadn't probably moved in. And I was saying to him, you know, obviously like bloke talk, you know, I was like, "So Kris, how's it going with you and Louise then?" And it's uncharacteristic for any of my mates around to say, "Says, you know what, Murphy, I actually think I really love her." And I was like, you know, taken aback. You know, I was like, "Well, fair play to you, Kris, you know." And aye. So I hope you have a happy and prosperous marriage. Over to finance. That's it, right?
I'd just like to thank everybody else for making this so difficult after... Oh shit. So, first I'd just like to introduce myself. For those who don't know me, I'm Paul, and I'm one of Kris's groomsmen. I told Kris I'd like to say a few words today, and as organised person I am, I thought I'd just wing it. It was only when I run this moronic idea past my mum on Friday, and I stammered and stuttered through 30 seconds of expletives, I decided I should write something down. So being a tech-savvy individual with unlimited resources that the internet can provide, I of course Googled it. After scrolling through several pages and generally being surprised by the lack of porn I found, there was in my own head. There was in my own head a clear running order of events. So step 1, tell a joke. Excellent, thought me. Though, throw out a quick one-liner and we're off to a good start. Then I remember there's going to be people here I don't know. There's going to be aunts, grandparents, and even children. So this simple one-liner can't be racist, sectarian, ageist, crude, or even sexist. And this left me with nothing. So once again, fell on Google. Only this time I searched for the world's best wedding jokes. And after I scrolled through, I found one I liked. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but it was something like, ha, he, ha, 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 ha.
Is that racist?
Apparently it's funny in China.
Yeah, very good there.
Step 2. Tell a witty anecdote about the groom. I thought on this for a long time, and after much debate, I realised that this meant I should tell a funny story about Kris. Great, or so I thought, until I once again remembered there'd be aunts, grandparents, children, but most importantly, Louise's dad here, so I thought I should probably give us some thought. Then I remembered about the time. No. Or there was that time. Definitely not that. Or what about? No. I was truly at a loss until I remembered the Sunday morning of this year's All-Ireland Rowing Championships. The Rowing Championships are held over 2 days, with heats on a Saturday and finals on Sunday. After getting knocked out on Saturday, another member of my crew and I decided to skip dinner and instead hammer double whiskies. The result was 2 drunken idiots who came home in the middle of the night and had a fight with Weetabix and eggs before going to bed. I of course don't remember this, but it was brought to my attention the next morning by a very angry and sleep-deprived Kris. He, however, was not angry about the mess or even the 3 a.m. telling off he had to give. The only thing he was cross about was the fact that Louise was doing the cleaning. This made me realise properly for the first time that Kris wasn't the guy he used to be. He wasn't the drunken idiot that DJ'd and danced. And he definitely wasn't the guy who went for a walk around Glenara Forest with fuckfast and brown paper bags. He was a family man with a soon-to-be wife and a son, both of which he held above all others. He was a man who stepped in and stepped up to his responsibilities when others wouldn't, and in doing so became more honourable and courageous than all other reprobates that I call friends.
Cheers.
Kris and Louise are made for each other. I can't remember if it's always been this way, or over the years it just sort of happened, but today, as they sit there man and wife, they're the same person. They laugh at the same jokes, eat the same foods, hate the same people. And most importantly, they raise Ben to be as well fitted to society as possible, where Louise helps with the homework and Kris teaches Ben how to shout out the car window at people. I've known Kris for a long time now, and through him I met Louise, and would consider both of them amongst my closest friends. I maybe don't see them as often as I should, but we do see each other for the special occasions, and I know I'm always welcoming them the home that they've built for themselves. They would never see me stuck and always have a sympathetic ear. They are both truly special people, and it's at times like these I wish I was less illiterate so I could find the words to express how truly deeply happy I am for both of them. I truly hope that what you have lasts for as close to forever as possible. I would like everybody just to raise their glasses. To Kris and Louise.
Well done, Paul.
Muzzle top.
Good work. Good, very good work, Paul. Very good work.
Well done, Paul.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Well done, mate. You only used up with.
I was raging after that, dude. You set the standard, dude.